napping, if you'd want to call that, and sometimes the state distancing itself from that. I mean,
President Ruto, when he was in my home county, in Homa Bay, I don't remember what date it was, said, we will stop those abductions, which was the most embarrassing thing any head of state can ever say. I mean, to be honest, you can't even if you're doing it, you can't come out in the open and say you'll stop the abductions.
Okay.
Article 24 of the...
That was an acknowledgement?
Whatever it was.
Okay.
Article 24 of the Constitution of Kenya says, inhuman degrading treatment is not anything else. In fact, those are the non-derogative rights. They're constitutional rights that are non-derogable. So for a whole president of Kenya to go and say we will stop those abductions, it simply shows that someone has been derogating on rights that they should not be. All Kenyans, every president should be criticized to the extent that they do not overthrow the government. Everyone else should be criticized. That is why we have a robust constitution. Those Article 37 rights are not pie in the sky. You're supposed to express yourself. The freedom of expression is guaranteed. In fact, freedom is development. That I'm expressing myself to you right now on TV I am going to sleep very happy because at least I told you.
Right.
As a presidency, you should let people tell you what you think, because again, sovereignty belongs to the people. It simply means that we've yielded our sovereignty to you. Use it in the way that we anticipate. Use it in the way that we want. No one is supposed to be running us out of town. But I digress. There's a point I wanted to make, and you make me digress. I don't want to discuss.
My apologies. All right. Hey.
I think the point that I wanted to speak to more is on the foreign policy issue.
We'll come back to that. Okay. We want to hear what Prof has to say about that. And briefly, Professor, because SK Macharia is not a person you want to wash away or wish away, especially when he speaks, which he rarely does. And what do you suppose he is communicating? Neto says he perhaps is communicating the fact that the Right Honorable Raila Odinga will be on the ballot. Kiptuya here says we might need to move on. What do you make of that?
Well, in the first place, Raila will be on the ballot.
Okay.
Unless something happens.
That is a confirmation.
Even before he went to Addis, he kept on saying, I'm going to be there.
Okay.
He said that Addis is only 2 hours away.
So, he's still home, eh?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
No, my namesake has a right to be wrong, and it's his opinion, because he has been said that I've always supported this fellow.
Right.
And when I support him, he loses. Okay. So maybe you need to find out why.
Yeah.
why that happens. It is not true, in my view, that he has won all those things and they were all stolen. It's not true.
It's not possible or true.
Like the last one, the 2022, Raila lost it himself.
Yeah.
Okay? And Mheshimiwa has explained how.
Yeah.
How do you go around having no agents anywhere? It doesn't make any sense. And he's supposed to have a strong base, Homa Bay. People did not vote. They celebrated without voting. Yeah. And then you say, what's going on? The 207, Kibaki won that very narrowly, and he won it. Of course, I know people don't like hearing that, but he won it. And it could be shown very clearly. Because of that claim, we created a commission, the Kriegler Commission.
Yep.
And the mandate of the Kriegler Commission was to investigate whether there was any theft at KICC.
Yeah.
Because that was the excuse. And what did Kriegler find? With the commissioners from ODM and PNU together, they came out and said there was no theft at KICC. Right. That's what they said.
Yes.
If anything, Kibaki lost 40,000 votes because of bad arithmetic, not deliberate. Kalonzo lost 30,000 because of bad arithmetic, and Raila lost 20,000 votes because of bad what? But there was no theft. Now, if you were to project that across the country, what does it tell you? Okay? It was very tight.
Okay.
And it was not a Kenyan election in the first place.
Interesting.
Because as soon as it was announced what the results, first of all, those who followed me, and I followed it very carefully.
Right.
There were 2 days of people jumping on tables, stopping Kevoito from announcing the results. I don't know whether you remember that.
Yes.
And there was the night of the count. And they agreed to count the votes together, and the results would be announced in the morning.
Okay.
So they counted the whole night. And then the results that were supposed to be announced in the morning, they were not announced because people were jumping on tables.
Okay.
Root of among them, saying no. Anyway, but that's a different story.
Okay.
And as soon as the results were announced, what happened? The British government immediately demanded power sharing.
Okay.
So you say, on what basis? On what basis?
Right.
So the whole thing appeared as if it was very well
Calculated.
Orchestrated. So what I'm saying is that SK Macharia is a very influential person.
Right.
He is a man of means, and he has seen his days.